breakthrough after New Zealand put on a plucky display yesterday with the openers putting on 104 runs after 225 minutes of batting. Hartland completing a fine half-century, his first in Test cricket, and Wright giving him valuable support, and we pick up play in the first delivery. Hashan Tilakaratne, the fielder. Wright, who is 38, not out. Dinige's next delivery turned away neatly on the onside, so that's the first run for the morning. Hashan Tilakaratne, the fielder. Wright is on to 39. Varnavira edges and he's bowled him. A good delivery, but it's a no ball, and Wright clearly beaten with that. He played the wrong line and the ball just passed the outside edge. And oh, he did get attached to that one. Ramanayaka's next delivery. Hartland not interested, that ball down the leg side. Ramanayaka once more into Hartland, wrapped on the pad, allowed appeal, given out, LBW, and that's the first wicket down for New Zealand, and Ramanayaka strikes well and the breakthrough taken. A good delivery in line with the stumps, and that's the replay of John and the Varnavira bowling to John Wright. So the new batsman in is Andrew Jones with New Zealand 110 for the loss of 1 wicket. Ramanayaka into him, neatly turned off his pads, and that's a good stroke. On the onside, Varnavira, the fielder, very quickly in, preventing any more than just a single. Wright takes his bat away from Ramanayaka. A good strike there. Is into John Wright. Pulled away on the onside. That's a pretty confident looking stroke. Chandika Hatrusingha gets to boot to it. And just a single to Wright. He's on to 40. Varnavira to Jones and stroked away on the outside off the back foot. Aravinda De Silva gives chase. It won't reach the boundary. And a comfortable couple for Andrew Jones. Wright not particularly comfortable getting away from the line of that one. Ramanayaka into him once again, down the leg side, and a good bit of wicket keeping there from Gamini Wickramasinghe. And here's John Anurasari into John Wright, and that was not far away from any of the fielders. Right down the track, and he's gone, and a very good delivery indeed by Don Anurasari brought the batsman out, and he was nowhere near connecting that one, looking for a big hit. And Don Anurasari strikes, giving Gamini Wickramasinghe the first victim of the second innings, and that's his fourth of the innings. He was right down the track, and the close-in fielders taking evasive action, missed it completely, and he was no way coming back into that wicket. He's in fact clean out of that pitcher and well on his way out. So brings the New Zealand captain in with New Zealand on 122 for 2. That's a pretty confident appeal as the ball came in, but outside the line of the off stump. The umpire is under a lot of pressure, and the enthusiastic Monitor crowd once again at the match. They have been coming right through. Here's Varnavira. Jones is not very comfortable playing it down. Don Anurasari feels at cover point. Anurasari will have a long ball throughout today. Well flighted once again. Spinning away from the batsman. Jones once again taking strike from Anurasari. Oh, laid back, and that ball kept low as it was floated quickly, not far away from the off stump. A close call there for Jones. The next ball swept away, very fine, and a good stroke there. Equally well fielded by John and the Varnavira. So Crow taking strike from Don Anurasari. And a pretty confident stroke to get off the mark that time of a no ball. And that's his first boundary, and the first boundary for the day for the New Zealanders. Takes Martin Crowe off the mark. Anurasari into Crowe. in the air, and a good attempt there from Hashan Tilakaratne. He's given out, caught at the wicket. That was a pretty good effort from the Sri Lankan close-in fielder, and Hashan Tilakaratne really came a long way, and Martin Crowe departs for 11, and that's the third New Zealand wicket down with the total at 136. And Crowe disappointed on that occasion. He made only 17 in the first innings. He may have just got a faint touch to that one. And look at Tilakaratne. He came a very long way from his position at silly mid-off as the ball ballooned in the air, diving full stretch and taking it single-handed. Excellent effort. And one of the few occasions the Sri Lankans has really grabbed that occasion. And here's the centurion of the first innings coming in with New Zealand 3 wickets down. So Rutherford will be eager to put on a better show once again. The close-in fielders coming in very close as Rutherford stretches well forward. Not far away from Gursingha. Rutherford sweeps and sweeps it well. Very fine indeed. Jananda Varnavira, the fielder.
Yo, 42K of holidays, better book another day. Yo, ready when you are to play. Beautiful one day, perfect the next.
What would you say to a Sunlover 5-night holiday flying Qantas to the Gold Coast for this great Queensland price?
Stroked away on the offside by Jones. Arjun Ranatunga, the fielder. And the outfield pretty quick now. Rutherford taking strike from Anurusari. Into him, and once again a very acrobatic Hashan Tilakaratne puts the pressure on the New Zealand batsman. $129 for 2 at lunch, and they have progressed ever since. The next ball, he's tried to sweep right across, fails to make contact. Hatru Singh, the fielder. And there's the scorecard. Apart from that opening partnership, the rest of the batting has been quite slow. And Lienege into Rutherford. Lienege yet to take a wicket in the second innings. Neatly turned away, and that'll be 4. There's no fielder there at fine leg. And once again, Lienege straying down the leg side. And for a man who is in very good touch, Rutherford make very good contact. That's his second boundary. Edges it, and Gurusinha drops it. That will reach the boundary at third man, and there are no excuses for that missed chance, and Lienege must be very, very disappointed. A pretty straightforward chance there to Gurusinha at second slip of an outside edge from Rutherford, and he was nowhere near collecting it. In fact, having hit his hand, it rolled over to the boundary. It was travelling quickly, but the catch should have been taken. So Rutherford riding his luck, but playing some good cricket. Lienege into him, and this time he swings him. Oh, Champaka Ramanayaka may have held on to that one, but he couldn't. Short and in the air as he went for the hook shot. Ramanayaka was there at fine leg. He made a desperate attempt, may have got a hand to it as the ball slows down towards the boundary area, but that's maybe another spilled chance of successive deliveries from Dulip Lienege. Anguish for the bowler, waiting to take his second wicket. Ramanayaka. Into Jones, wrapped on the pad, allowed appeal. Umpire Katie Francis not interested. That may have missed the leg stump. Ramanayaka has 1 wicket and is bowling quite well. And may have edged that one. Yes, he has. Gamini Wickramasinghe picks up. That's his second victim, and the second wicket for Champaka Ramanayaka. New Zealand are 4 wickets down for 160, and Jones once again not profiting. So he has 49 runs in this game. He made 35 in the first innings, and that was a pretty straightforward edge, playing it away from the body and giving a slight edge through to the wicketkeeper. Made no mistake with that one. Good bowling by Ramanayaka. Moved that ball away from the right-hander, and Jones was playing well away from his body. So Justin Vaughan promoted in the batting order. And Lienage bowls a bouncer to him. Saw the line of that one and left it alone, taking the bat away at the last moment, but a pretty good delivery too from Dulip Lienage to the new batsman. Vaughan made 18 in the first innings. That was lifting just outside his off stump. Chandika Hathurusingha. Pulled away by Ken Rutherford quite comfortably. There's no fielder there at fine leg. 4 runs. And the next ball lofted away over long on. Maybe 6. Yes, it is. Just clearing the boundary. And that soggy outfield, the ball has not moved since landing. Umpire Katie Francis signal 6. That's the first 6 of the New Zealand second innings. And Rutherford in full cry. Arjun Ranatunga into him. Balls outside the off stump. Rutherford now on 23. Next ball driven firmly past Ranatunga. That'll be 4. In the air, but straight down to long off. Very powerfully struck. And Rutherford looking for quick runs. Ranatunga into him. Bowls and off the back foot square cuts, and that'll be 4 past Don Anusari, back foot of point, and picking up his 5th boundary. Rutherford on the offensive now, and the Sri Lankan bowlers can do very little. Ranatunga on that occasion dropping it short and outside the line of off stump, and Rutherford very quickly into position. He got the meat of the bat to that one, and the ball was just shooting past Don Anusari. He had nothing to do about cutting that one off, and perfect positioning and placement. So good batting by Ken Rutherford. He's a batsman in full cry, having made 2 half centuries and a century in the last 3 test innings. Academic interest in the match at this stage. The next ball on driven firmly wide of the fielder Chandika Hathurusingha. That will be 4 more, and Ranatunga coming in for some stick, and that's the 3rd boundary of consecutive deliveries for Ken Rutherford, and he moves up to 41 with that very powerfully struck boundary on the onside of the wicket. Ranatunga coming in late into the attack, but put into a lot of stick. So here's Jananda Varnavira, bowled tightly, but not without success. The next ball hit away over mid wicket. That should clear the fence. We'll wait for the umpire's decision. Yes, it has, and that's Rutherford's 50, coming up in just 90 minutes of batting of 61 deliveries. Rutherford had hit 9 boundaries and 2 sixers so far. So in 4 innings he has passed the 50 mark on 4 occasions, and Jananda Varnavira pitching that one up to Ken Rutherford, full stretch, and it was very sweetly timed. Batsman in prime form. Varnavira into him. He shuffles and wrapped on the bat, and umpire gives him out. LBW. That's the 2nd LBW decision in the New Zealand innings, and Varnavira is delighted, having taken the 1st wicket of the 2nd New Zealand inning. So Rutherford the man out. In the first innings he had 2 wickets, so that's some justification for some very, very consistent bowling by Jananda Varnavira. He bowled very tight. That occasion the batsman shuffled, wrapped on the front pad, and Chris Harris, the new batsman, in. He was sick and did not take the field, but out there to join Justin Vaughan. So 2 left-handers at the wickets. Varnavira diving and keeping it quite tight. Harris, who made his maiden half century in the first innings, put on a century partnership with Ken Rutherford, coming in the second innings at the fall of Rutherford's wicket. New Zealand 194 for 5. The next ball, good delivery, turned away sharply and lifted outside the left-hander's off stump, and he was very lucky not to have got a touch and got away with it. Very well collected there by Gamini Wickramasinghe behind the wickets, but his keeping has not been up to required standards. Varnavira into Harris. up to the wicket balls and comfortably played forward. And here's Hashan Tilakaratne introduced into the attack. The formality of completing the overs, balls well outside the line of the off stump. Punched away into cover, Muralidharan substituting there for Roshan Mahanama, who is not well. Justin Vaughan, the batsman. The next ball turned away from the left-hander, so that's a pretty useful delivery. Hashan Tilakaratne does bowl around for his club, and that is the closer of the play in the first test, with New Zealand on 195 for 5, 23 extras. Top score coming from Ken Rutherford once again to finish top scorer of the match in each inning for New Zealand. Hartland made his first half century, but Rutherford's late flourish brought some respectability to the total. Ramanayaka had 2 for 27, bowled well. Lenege very unlucky, none for 48. Haturu Singh 10 overs for 22, his first 5 overs maidens, but Anurasari bowled well. 26 overs, 2 for 32, well supported by Varnavira. 25 overs, 1 for 31, and 15 of it were maidens. So Vaughan and Chris Harris must be very glad that they have to come back to the pavilion, and it's an honourable draw for New Zealand, who played very well indeed, I thought, under the circumstances, and will be looking for a much improved performance coming into the rest of the series. Sri Lanka's chances of making an impact in this game withered away with the time lost, but also with some very poor catching, especially closer to the wicket, and that has been the downfall for Sri Lanka.